you to stay put!
Those assholes tried to shoot us!
Jesus! You have got to be shitting me! You just shot a javelin at a fucking car! That's an $80,000 piece of ordnance. Can any of you geniuses tell me the Kelly Blue Book value of a 1989 Toyota pickup?
Hello everyone, I'm Johnny, and today we're taking a look at Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, a satirical comedy war movie set in Afghanistan in 2003. The movie is going to be hit or miss with most people, but it does have some strengths, and I'll make a few points as to why you might want to check it out. WTF was not a successful movie. It got poor reviews and was a box office flop. The main common criticism of the movie is that it didn't really set a tone and was a bit directionless, caught between something serious and something satirical, and I get that. I also think there is some value in this. Like the movie, the war in Afghanistan was directionless, and it was as serious as a roadside bomb for many, but as satirical as a Borat movie for others. If this was the case for soldiers and civilians alike, either participating in or watching the war from their TVs at home, what was the war like for reporters trying to figure out how to present this conflict? War correspondents have an interesting job and an interesting place in American history. The Vietnam War was the first major war where correspondents had a front row seat to the violence, involving both American troops and Vietnamese civilians. Reporters in Vietnam, no question, greatly affected and changed the perception of America's involvement in foreign wars. It was a war where what was reported could and did directly affect political and even strategic decisions being made. How an operation looked on TV was just as important as the strategic outcome. Overall, this has added transparency and has been viewed as a good thing, giving the media, and therefore theoretically the people, real genuine power to shape the outcome of a war. So you can imagine how many reporters felt going to Afghanistan or Iraq. They felt like they were going to be making a difference. Their reporting might influence government to make American troops safer, or Afghan children more protected against things like accidental bombings. Reporting might genuinely save lives, and the people back home will care deeply about this. Maybe reporting is even a heroic undertaking. Well, Afghanistan no doubt burst this bubble for a lot of reporters. In the current climate in America, long wars do not hold political or popular interest. The war did see broad support for 2001 and 2002, but by 2003, when the war shifted from fighting terrorism to nation building, America lost interest pretty quickly. This time is the setting of the movie, and for our main character Kim Baker, played by Tina Fey. It doesn't take Kim Baker long to figure out that Afghanistan is not America, and I know that is a cliche line, but if you were to find any country on Earth least like America, Afghanistan has to be in the top 5. Baker discovers that America might as well be trying to nation build with a civilization that has just been discovered on Mars, and very, very few people care. It is unlikely she's going to make a difference. Naturally, the atmosphere makes for great satire, or at least underscores the real dark comedy that was the war. Of course, there are some real genuine scenarios Baker finds herself in. Two of my favorite small scenes in the movie. First, we have a soldier making contact with an elder in a village. The elder wants to know who they are. Are they the Russians? The Soviet Union, of course, invaded in '79, and they themselves were bogged down in the conflict for 10 years. It's an amazing perspective though. Many Afghan people, certainly this elder, have no interest in connecting with the outside world. They don't care if you are Russian or American or a Martian. It makes no difference. Just leave them alone. In another scene, Baker makes contact with the women of a village where the Americans are trying to help build a well. Baker discovers the women have been sabotaging the well because their daily trips together to collect water are the only chance they have to talk openly together. These sorts of scenes are greatly insightful that some cultures aren't compatible to being Americanized. Overall, Faye and her supporting cast, notably Margot Robbie, Martin Freeman, Alfred Molina, Billy Bob Thornton, are all very entertaining. Yes, the movie isn't going to resonate with everyone. You can easily say the movie's direction is as lost as the wars at some points. So it's well worth a watch, even though the themes aren't always fun. It further underscores the American public's disinterest in war and war reporting, a very dangerous passive state. Alright, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching this movie review of Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Remember to take care and have a nice rest of your day.